that interaction.
I like that. How you gonna ask me to bump when it's 3-0, bro? Come on, man. What's up? Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we have the 2025 NHL season is getting out of control. I like this channel. I like the channel. I think it's called Hockey Psychology. I like his channel a lot. He remind me of the channel Jimmy High Roller. I don't know if you guys know. It's a basketball channel, and he do a lot of the same type of videos. And yeah, it's good. And his channel actually keep me up to date when it comes to hockey, man. That's why I like his channel a lot. I've been learning a lot about hockey from his channel. So I'm like, I seen this video. He said the 2025 NHL season is getting out of hand, and I'm like, why not? Let's look at it. Let's look at what's happening this season that's making it get out of hand, man. If this is your first time on this channel, we like to explore different cultures. We like to look at different countries when it comes to their food, the music, the comedy, all of that, man. When it comes to different cultures, that's why we do here on this channel. We also like to do hockey videos. I'm learning about hockey. That's one of the things that I'm beginning to get into now. I'm starting to get into and stuff like that. So in this channel, been helping me a lot with that. I know I've been talking a lot, so we're gonna get straight to the video, man. Let's do it. And don't forget to subscribe, please.
15 of the NHL season, and we've once again witnessed history. We got goalies scoring goals and putting up multi-point nights for the first time ever. Then we have a chaotic wild card race in the East that has 8 teams all within striking distance of.
You know how in basketball, right? Now the centers, the power forwards, everyone has to be able to handle the ball. Would you guys say now is the same thing for the goalies in hockey? Like, do the goalies now also have to be able to handle the ball, the puck a little bit, and actually know how to shoot the puck now? Or was it always like that?
Golden Boys cross-checking people in the face. There's fights absolutely everywhere, and even though we're in the thick of the season, the entertainment is full throttle. So let's cover everything that happened in Week 15 of the NHL season.
Let's do it.
Monday, Black Hawk down. It's a brand new week of hockey. Gary, Lou, and myself all seem to be on speaking terms again, so let's jump right into it with the Panthers and Flyers. Samson Reinhart, no one had more special teams goals in a calendar year than this guy, and he keeps her going with a shorty against Philly. My buddy is wicked smart on the PK. Then we got Tkachuk doing Tkachuk things. Him and Hathaway get in the mix, exchange some kind words, and move on. But it's a legacy game from Noah Cates, and Philly takes it 4-3. Big 2 points for them, considering they're a part of the absolute mess in the East for that final wild card. Next, we got the Flames and the Blackhawks. Martin Popisel doesn't see any Pee-wee stop sign on the back of Taylor Hall's jersey, so he crushes him. You can't do that. He's out of the game. He's gone. Who's going to score for the Bedards? Well, of course, it's Bedard. That is his 100th career point. Quickest teenager to 100 points since Sid the Kid, and he's doing it on the Blackhawks. The Flames, however, had no problems taking care of business with a 5-2 win, and afterwards in the media, Bedard just seemed totally dejected and frustrated with another loss. The kid desperately needs some help over there, and the Blackhawks aren't giving it to him. Then we had the playoff matchup that we've seen 3 years in a row and may likely be a fourth between the Oilers and the Kings. LaFerriere takes a run at McDavid and then...
Oh, but don't touch my boy like that, bro. Why you touching McDavid like that, man? As you guys know, McDavid is my guy. That's my guy. And the Panthers are my team because I'm from Florida, stuff like that. So I chose to root for the Panthers. And McDavid, man, when I first started watching hockey, he was the guy, man. He was the guy that jumped out of the screen and like doing all these moves and stuff like that. I'm like, you know what? He's nice. So I started rooting for him. And now, yeah, man, that's my favorite guy now. That's my favorite player. So don't touch him like that, bro. I said all that just to say don't touch him like that. All right, come on.
Stop. So he responds by giving the double bird and burying the only goal of the game. Kings fans see him in their nightmares, and the Oilers win 1-0 to end Monday night. Tuesday, crazy Columbus. 13 games, so let's kick it into rapid fire. The Caps got the 2-time toilet bowl runner-ups in the Ducks, and Anaheim was actually working on turning a corner in the last 2 weeks as they had victories over Edmonton, New Jersey, Winnipeg, Tampa, and Carolina. But They unravel against the Caps. No goals for Ovi's pursuit of greatness, but the second fastest man in the NHL in Ethan Frank gets his second of the year. Logan Thompson wasn't good enough to make Team Canada's stacked goalie roster, but he gets a shutout and is now 19-2-3 on the season. Just a slick move from Hockey Canada with that decision. Now the Sens are still without Linus Ullmark, but they got a Levi Merrilainen. He shuts out the New York Islanders, and the Sens have won 3 in a row. Nice. Welcome back to the Bermuda Triangle of Mid. Speaking of, the Red Wings have been anything but mid. They've won 7 in a row under Todd McClellan, and that warranted a breakdown on this channel. Of course, I didn't factor in that they're playing the future 2025 Cup champs, which are my Sweet Sharks, on the same night, so that's a scheduled loss. Now, the Atlantic is tight, so a big matchup between the Bruins and Lightning, but no Braden Point in this one. He's a healthy scratch because he missed a team meeting. Get this guy an alarm clock and get out of the way between Lilleberg and Frederick. Those two guys hate each other and drop the gloves again.
Wow. Boston
takes full advantage of no point, and they beat Tampa 6-2. Now, over to the Metro, and how about the Columbus Blue Jackets? With the tragedy in the summer and everyone picking them to be a lottery team, they have smashed expectations and are red hot to be in a playoff spot. Zach Werenski is playing like a true Norris candidate, but how about this cheeky little one-handed poke move from Kirill Marchenko in the shootout? Looking like an Italian no trying to maintain the fireplace on Chris this morning. He just pokes it in there, and the Jackets have won 5 in a row and are 8-2 in their last 10. Let's check in New Jersey, where Matthew Tkachuk is stirring it up again. Lays the boom on Nico Hischier, and then all hell breaks loose. Life has a funny way of imitating art, and Art But Make It Sports on Twitter captures this quarrel over a lost game. Truly the beautiful sport. However, it's Antoine and Uncle Lindell sealing the game winner in the shootout for the Panthers to get the last laugh. Now, even though the Kraken have not been good this season, they were good enough to send Tristan Jarry back to Shanghai. They score 3 goals on 17 shots, and Pittsburgh says enough is enough and puts him on waivers the very next day. Meanwhile, in the West, the Blues take care of the Flames to stay in the mix.
Hold up, man, because we gotta,
A lost game. Truly the beautiful sport. However, it's Antoine and Uncle Lindell sealing the game winner in the shootout for the Panthers to get the last.
We won the game.
Even
though
the
we won the game. Come on. Okay.
Kraken have not been good this season. They were good enough to send Tristan Jarry back to
that's all you gotta say about the Panthers, dog? Keep talking about them.
They score 3 goals on 17 shots, and Pittsburgh says enough is enough and puts him on waivers the very next day. Meanwhile, in the West, the Blues take care of the Flames to stay in the mix, and the Preds get a touch of the U2 magic back in their blood as they upset Vegas. Stammer, 2 goals, 1 assist. Thanks for coming out. Over in Mormon territory, the Habs are going up against the no-name brands. They, like Columbus, continue to surprise everyone, though. Kirby Dach has 2 goals, Caulfield and Laine get in there, and the Habs keep the vibes high with a win. Finally, it's the Avs and Rangers. New York has a 2-1 lead all the way to the end, but you know they're going to find a way to choke it. Chaos follows Colorado. Lehkonen scores with just over a minute left to tie it, and Devon Taves wins it in OT to end a wild Tuesday. Wednesday, McLeod 9. The midweek showdown features the NHL's marketing dream between the Hurricanes and the Sabres. Carolina's coming in winning 4 of their last 6, while Buffalo is doing the exact opposite. But it's time for Sabres fans to be on McLeod 9. He scores...
One thing I always notice, and tell me if I'm wrong. Look at this. Hockey players always missing tooth, bro. They always got 1 or 2. I'm like, bro, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Carolina pulls the goalie, and Ryan McLeod with a yawning cage gets Brent Burns to hit him with a tomahawk chop. That means the empty net goal counts by default. Buffalo registers 0 shots on goal in the third and come out on top. The Sabres win despite there being no palm trees and the taxes being too damn high. Of course, that's why I went to the state of Florida where those problems don't exist.
Let's go.
However, there's always a problem of getting hit with roaming charges, especially coming from Canada. But that's why I started using Saley. Saley is an eSIM service that provides an internet connection wherever you travel and saves you money on roaming fees. Literally all I had to do was download the app, chose up install affordable, so nothing to worry about roaming charges. Saley is hooking you up with an exclusive code HOCKEY at checkout, or just another rerun of the code on screen here to get started right away. Now, the only other game on was just another rerun of the Connor McDavid show. He scores twice and passes Yari Curry for second all-time in points for Edmonton Oilers history. All that's left now is the great one, and he's only 28. He also gives a little chicken wing, no honey garlic, right to the chin of Mark.
Question: does he have Stanley Cup yet? Tell me in the comments, please.
Marcus Johansson. The no call, no fine, no penalty has Wild fans pissed, especially because the Oilers come out on top to take the game 5-3. Thursday, Chief owns Keefe. First time this season that the Leafs had lost 3 regulation games in a row, and the sky is falling in TO. The parade isn't anywhere close to being on. Willie's saying that it's not a big deal, and they meet their old coach in Sheldon Keefe while they try and make things right. Austin Matthews, is he hurt? We still don't know, and we don't care if he's putting it under the bar like this for his second of the night. Nylander scores twice as well and gets the OT winner to give the media the double bird. Chief Berube beats Keefe, and he still hasn't beat Toronto as the Devils coach. Thursday, my Sweet Sharks also came down to earth after they beat a red-hot Detroit team, and the team to do it to them is the Columbus Blue Jackets. They are a wagon, or in their case a cannon, but they've won 6 in a row and 10 of their last 13. Zach Werenski is literally a monster, and he should be a Calder Trophy winner based on this graphic alone from Mike Kelly on Twitter. The guy is first or top 5 in literally every metric. It also looks like the Red Wings recovered quite nicely from my temporary jinx as they beat the defending Cup champs to add on to the absolute circus of teams in that last wildcard spot. Montreal is right there too, and rookie goalie Jakub Dobeš.
I feel like there's a lot of names I just don't know in hockey right now, in the NHL. So guys, do me this favor, right? Tell me the top 10 players in the NHL. Not in history, but in the NHL right now. Top 10 players. So I could take a look at them, man. Not all time, just top 10 now. Because I feel like there's a lot of names I don't know that I should know. Just tell me, please.
He stops 32 of 33 and is a perfect 4-0 in his career and looks pretty damn composed for a 23-year-old. The Habs are also 8-1-1 in their last 10, and that is bad news for the Sens. This Sens team also 8-1-1 in their last, looks pretty damn composed for a 23-year-old. The Habs are also 8-1-1 in their last 10, and that is bad news for the Sens. This Sens team, I don't know what it is. They just can't catch a break. Allmark gets hurt. Every team they're competing against is on a heater right now, and they run into Ovi on a mission. Overtime, 0-0 game, and he just snaps one clean. The grade 8 is now 21 goals away. The Russian machine will not be stopped, and the Caps remain on top of the NHL at those 2 points. Over in Tampa, Braden Point, who's now an alarm clock enthusiast, is back in the lineup and buries. He's got the best shooting percentage in the league, and Gensel cleans up the 2-time runner-up toilet bowl champs in a shootout. Then, Metro Division matchup, Lou versus Torts. Imagine this combo running a team, but Torts is unsurprisingly giving it to the refs again after a no call. Look at him go, gets eye level and everything. That is a bet move as the Flyers rely on Couturier and Konechny to carry the mail against Lou York. The Rangers, on the other hand, got the job done against Utah. I think most fans are still surprised that there hasn't been a coaching change over in New York, but with how close it is in the East, the Rangers certainly have the talent to pull themselves out of all this mess. It's probably safe to say that's not the case for the Blackhawks and the Preds. This game had toilet bowl written all over it. Bedard is the first ever 19-year-old kid to have back pain from carrying an entire franchise. What do you know? Of course he scores, but Stammer wants that toilet bowl trophy. He's won cups, Rocket Richards, but he's never been a toilet bowl champ, so he rips one for the dub in the shootout. Meanwhile, the Jets still remain Canada's best team in the standings as DeMello the Bellow scores in the last minute to extend the misery that is the Seattle Kraken season. Truthfully though, I think the vibes are somehow worse in Vancouver. It was 3-0 Kings before 10 minutes passed in the first period, and the Canucks power play right now is drier than the Sahara Desert. They're 0 for 5 in this game, and defensively, they've allowed 5 or more goals for the 12th time this season. To add on to all that, JT Miller got benched after him and Coach Rick Tocchet had a little chat on the bench. Something is wrong in Vancouver, and they better figure it out quick if they want to make the playoffs. Then it was Flames and Blues, and I don't think any other team has as much ownership that St. Louis does over Calgary. They've only won 1 game in their last 11 tilts against the Blues, and St. Louis now sits just 1 point behind Calgary for that last spot in the West. Finally, we had the main event. McKinnon versus McDavid, and it's all Avs early. The dog starts high-stepping through the neutral zone, gets Evan Bouchard all crossed up like he's playing Twister, and walks him.
Nice.
There you go. See you on SportsCenter for the next year, Bouchard. But the Oilers just don't quit while down 3-0. McDavid says, anything you can do, I can do better. He pots one of his own and then sets up Bouchard to atone for his sins. The Oilers come all the way back on the back-to-back and rip 2 points out of the hands of Colorado. Friday, goalie supremacy. Another two-gamer here, and first we got Canes and Vegas. Here's the thing. Vegas came into the week tied for the NHL lead in points, but the details in their game are starting to slip a little bit. Seth Jarvis bags 2, including the game winner, and now Vegas has lost 4 out of their last 5. But we all know it's a part of their plan. The trade deadline is slowly approaching, which means that we will soon see the return of the Vegas injured reserves. Then the only other game was the Sabres versus the Penguins. You got Pittsburgh desperately trying to fight off the hashtag Save Sid movement, and the Sabres trying not to be the league's laughingstock for what seems like the 1,000th year in a row. Let's see how it goes. Sabres set the tone early, but the Penguins respond right back with 4 straight of their own. You go all the way to the final minute, Sabres down by 2, pucks behind the net, and Nedeljkovic, he's got that evil twinkle in his eye. He says, F it, goes for gold, and buries it.
That's nice.
The boys absolutely love it on the bench. Wayne Gretzky, start counting your days, pal. We've witnessed history as Nedeljkovic becomes the first goalie ever to record a goal and an assist in the same game. He's also scored goalie goals in the ESHL, AHL, and now in the show. Also, what a pick of Sid looking back with pure joy as this puck rolls into the net. How can you not be romantic about hockey? Tristan Jarry is never coming back from Shanghai, and the Sabres' nightmare season continues. Saturday, hockey night. Another full day of hockey on this lovely Saturday with 30 of 32 teams in action today. So let's start with the Flyers and Devils. It's a John Tortorella masterclass with the Devils only registering 13 shots. Bobby Brink goes to the rink and gets the game winner, and the Devils have now lost 3 in a row and end the week 2-5-3 in their last 10. That's ugly. In Colorado, big divisional matchup between the Avs and Stars. Duchesne opens it up by putting the peanut butter on the top shelf, and Dallas has been scorching as of late, but that Avs offense is just explosive. They score 5 in a row to beat Dallas, and the high scoring continues with Boston versus Ottawa. The stakes of this game are extremely high. If the Sens win, they jump the Bruins and are in a playoff spot. If Boston wins, they jump Columbus for now and get the first wildcard spot. In this one, it felt like both the goalies and the refs had no control over what was going on, with goals and fights happening every 5 minutes, it seemed like. These guys wanted to tear each other into pieces, and it looked like Boston was going to sneak away with one, up 2 in the last 5 minutes. But Ottawa gets some magic. They get one with 3 minutes left, and then Josh Norris rips one to force OT with 12 seconds left in the game. That's a costly choke on deck for Boston, and Levi Merrilainen goes 3 for 3 in the shootout to stifle the Bruins and pick up a massive 2 points for the Senators. Then it's the Cup champs versus the 2-time runner-up toilet bowl champs in the Ducks. Samson Reinhart, my boy's wicked smart, but he gets a little too smart and knees Lundstrom to get tossed. Hit the showers and put the beers in the fridge for the boys because it's easy work as Florida and Spencer Knight shuts out the Ducks. Let's also throw Igor in that shutout conversation too. Absolute barn burner with a 0-0 game all the way until the shootout between them and Columbus, but no one was beating Igor tonight. That's the second straight win for the Rangers. They are now 6-2-2 in their last 10. And can you imagine if they sneak into that last wildcard spot? That would be a nightmare for the first seed going up against Igor. Keeping it in the Metro, it's Sid versus Ovi. The Penguins are probably still hungover from the goalie goal, and the Caps are too damn good not to take advantage. No, Ovi didn't score, but Logan Thompson is building the case to be the most snubbed goalie of all time. The Caps have gotten 44 out of a possible 50 points in Logan Thompson's starts this year. That is absurd. The Caps win again with him in goal and look down on the rest of the league. Now, what's a hockey night without the toilet bowl? It's the New York Islanders versus the future 2025.
Why you keep mentioning toilet bowl? If that's a real thing or is it a joke? Because I know in football, we usually joke like that. But is it the same kind of joke? Tell me in the comments, please.
But the prophecy gets further and further with every San Jose loss. Lou tells the boys he wants to win a toilet bowl or else, and they take it 4-1. Then, the classic Saturday night matchup, Leafs versus Habs at the Bell Center in Montreal, and they come out firing. 3 straight goals to put the Leafs on their heels. Arbor Jack Guy puts Ryan Reeves on his ass. Then Reeves asks Jack Guy to go, and he points to the scoreboard and says, "Pal, you're down 3-0. Wake up." Book that interaction.
I like that. How you gonna ask me to bump when it's 3-0, bro? Come on, man. What's up?
Ryan Reeves on his ass. Then Reeves asks Jack Guy to go, and he points to the scoreboard and says, "Pal, you're down 3-0. Wake up." Book that interaction because the Leafs indeed did wake up. Giuseppe Wonderwall stands on his head from that point on, and the Leafs score 7 unanswered goals against Montreal. Oh, that's a stinger for Habs fans, and that is enough to reinstate the cup rate to end the week. A Montreal loss would have done wonders for Detroit tonight if they could capitalize, but there Kucherov goes again.
He asked them to wake up. They woke up.
The guy's just so smooth and effortless in his rocking chair, dancing 2 Red Wings and then burying. It looked like the Lalonde era Red Wings showed up as Tampa spanks Detroit 5-1. We also have the Calder Dark Horse and Dustin Wolf putting on a show. The rookie goalie stops 38 of 39 shots for the Wolfpack to grow stronger while picking up 2 more points for Calgary to stay in that last wild card spot in the West. Meanwhile, it's straight up fight night in Nashville. The boys waste no time. Jakob Trenin goes right after Zachary Leroux as the last time they met, he slew-footed the Wild captain and Jared Spurgeon. Then Marcus Foligno and Luke Schenn go at it. Tons of bad blood between these guys, all while Philippe Forsberg is putting up a tidy 4-point night with 2 goals and 2 assists. The Preds take it, and the 2 teams throw in another fight for good measure because why the hell not? They're doing the same over in Chicago with Pat Maroon and Nick Hague scrapping for a full minute. The Bedards beat Vegas to hand them their 3rd L in a row, and the fights kept on coming between St. Louis and Utah. If you still think the regular season doesn't matter, tell that to John Marino, who puts his balls on the line and saves a goal with an unreal effort to keep it 4-2 for the win. Then you head over to Seattle, where it's been rough, I'm not going to lie. But Kaapo Kakko has been a breath of fresh air. 3 assists against the Kings, 13 points in 14 games, and the Schwartz himself gets a hattie to boot to beat the LA Kings. The loss to LA and Vegas has Edmonton fans licking their lips, while Vancouver is still trying to steady the storm. It was reported that there was a trade in place that didn't go through on Saturday for JT Miller, and yet the Canucks still had a game to play. 3-0 leads weren't safe at all tonight, as Vancouver almost pissed it away with 2 goals from Draisaitl, but it all comes down to the final minute. Goalie pulled, there's chaos in front. Connor Garland is draped all over McDavid. Should be interference. It's not. That pisses McDavid off, so he gets up and gives him a cross-check right to the face. What a goon. All hell breaks loose again, and in the background, Myers cross-checks Bouchard right in the face. Jesus, boys. Drop the gloves, drop the sticks. Everyone else is doing it tonight. What is with the lumber to the jibs? McDavid got away with one earlier in the week, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's also interesting, so entertaining, bro. Nah, I gotta watch games, man. I gotta start watching games.
I think Gary might suspend or fine the Golden Boy, but we will see. The Canucks get a monumental 2 points as they chase down Calgary for the last wildcard spot. So, what did you think of Week 15 of the NHL season? Who pissed you off? Who surprised you? Let us know in the comments down below. And if you want to see any of our breakdowns from this past week, click any of the videos on screen here and subscribe to the channel.
I don't know, man. This week, it looks like it was action-packed, bro. There was a lot going on. Oh, man. That's good. I'm going to keep doing these videos. I'm going to see, like, every week, I'm going to drop these videos to see what happened the week prior in hockey. Just keep me updated and stuff like that. Yeah, man, this was a good video. I thank you guys for watching with me, and I want to thank him for making this video. I do appreciate it. Yeah, man, this was good. I learned a lot. Yeah, it's good to see what's going on in the league throughout the week. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, man. Again, thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.